What's up, y'all? It's Cecil West, beyondtheharmony.com. Back again with the one and only
Jonathan Lippy.
And he is the co-hosting, coast to coasting, come up creeper, never sour, always sweeter. Ladies and gentlemen,
I am Matthew Weaver.
and you know what it is. This is the question of the week. We're going to throw a hypothetical at you. We're going to throw something that's going to make you use your brain, jog your memory a little bit, make you go deep into the cavern of your soul and pull out the biggest answer you can. This one came from a fan. We got to start writing the fans' names down that come up with these, but I hope you're listening because today is your day. Boys, I got to know, what is the best Bone Thugs and Harmony song that does not have a chorus? Hold on, John. Hold on. I know you're about to ramble off your answer, but I just wanted to define for everybody what a chorus is. So the actual definition of a chorus is a part of a song that is repeated after each verse, typically by more than one singer. But regardless, it is a piece of a song that is repeated after each verse.
Wow, that's okay. It's when you think about it, there's so many different ones. One, you're like, what's the sample? Like, what do we even have to work with? It would have been nice to have a list. So then you cycle through and man, what? There's songs that you think it might be there, and then you're like, nope, there's a chorus on it. But the one I'm picking, and it surprised me too when I thought of it, and it's shocking. This song is so iconic. It's so big. It's so part of the Bone lore. It's performed at every single concert. And there's no chorus on it. You guys might have an argument that just blank space with sound effects is a chorus, but to me, it's got to be kind of something sung by everybody. There are verses. There's a blank space in between. But Thug Love, featuring Tupac, surprisingly, doesn't have a chorus.
John with the answers.
At the end, they say, run with us. But I think there's another definition for what that is.
So what you're describing, I mean, there's you refrain. This could be a bunch of different things, but just for argument's sake, we could refer to that as a bridge. A bridge would usually happen a little earlier in the song, but we'll just say it is a bridge. A bridge is defined in music as a section of music used to build tension, function, or work as a transition. So, it's like, but that's definitely not a chorus. It's not used multiple times between verses, like the definition of a chorus. That's amazing.
Yeah. The chorus for Thug Love is dun, dun,
wow.
That's the chorus.
John got me. I did not see that coming, John.
Shit. I said fucking something on the Art of War too.
He did, and that's what it was. When you said Art of War, I was like, yeah, I think there might be, but dude, Art of War, Thug Love didn't occur to me till just 5 seconds ago when we started this thing. So yeah, Thug Love, man. Who knew? No chorus other than. That's my answer, man.
Wow, that is golden, boy. Yeah, no, I'm totally willing to let go of run with us, Pac and Rip with Thug Love as not a chorus. If it would have gone in between all the verses or even every other verse or something, maybe.
It would have been cool if Pac talked shit between every single verse, like the way he did between Busy's verse and his verse.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get going on that, but he didn't know there were going to be 50 fucking people in the song. So he thought it was just going to be him, Busy, and Silky Fine, so
good old Silky Fine. So I'm floored by that one, John, and I had something else in my head when you started to say at every show. I don't know if you've ever gotten me as hard as you've just gotten me.
Nah,
and I think the comments are gonna erupt beyond erupt with that one.
Smacked me with that shit.
I felt that one through the screen for sure, and I'll circle back because I don't want to steal any thunder that is not meant to be stolen. I know you guys know me very well by now. I know you guys know that anytime I can use this song as an answer because I want everyone to go listen to it again. My answer for anything is Battlezone. Resurrection, period. Just Resurrection in general anyone who says it's not like top three, I need to have a sit down discussion with them because they're all so just at the complete peak of their game before I think they were disillusioned by the business at that point. But um, I think it's just so fucking hard. Like they don't need a chorus. Like it's just mind numbing to try to listen to it and keep up with it. And it fits the beat. Like they heard the beat and made the verses. You can tell, right? And I think um in my mind, in my head canon, Busy was so inspired by how beautiful it was. He sang the beginning litany gospel. Like he was so touched by the beauty of the speed and the power and the energy and the lyrics that he burst into song. And every time I hear it, I need to swing low. And my answer is really short because I feel like I can think of other ones and I can think of ones that might set people off their rocker. And I'm curious to see what Cecil says, and I'm curious to see what the comments say on this question. But I will die over that song.
Yep, Battlezone was. I was gonna pick it, but I thought maybe I hadn't heard Cecil's definition yet, and I wasn't sure if the beginning counted. But
We
yeah,
defined our question. Yeah.
yeah, that song is phenomenal. Battlezone. It's got crazy, busy, lazy, and the harmonies at the beginning on that, and then it just busts in. It's amazing that it passed. Like the song was so dope that I think nobody said, "Hey, we need to structure this better." Especially,
Yeah.
hey, Crazy Bone, you got like a 32 bar verse, bro. Like, what's going on here?
You want that to be three songs? Yeah.
And but it was so good. It's like, no, you got to leave that in. You got to
I,
leave it just as it
th-
is. It's perfect, just as it is.
I think
And
they
that
were
had to have been
bugging him. They were bugging him. He was off trying to do Thug Mentality 99. I remember that interview and he's like, "No, I don't have to come back and do that. I'll be there when I am. I'm doing my own thing." And I think they bugged him so much that he was just like, "Y'all want you want is this what you wanted? All right, I got you. Is this what you motherfuckers wanted? Bug me to come back again like this, and I'm gonna do this all the time."
that was that. I think we had a question of the day of like, what's the longest verse ever on a Bone album? At one point, I think that was the answer until the cipher happened, and I never even counted which was longer as far as verses of Crazy's verse versus his verse on the did I say verses? I meant to say the cipher. Yeah, that verse on Battlezone, man, that's so long, but I wouldn't chop it down at all. It's so long that it's unbelievable. It's like, yo, he's still going. So
I think too, in hip hop when we say intro and outro, I think in people's minds that is defined as someone talking at the beginning and end of a song, which would be an intro and an outro. However, I would say probably like just in the classical sense of intro and outro, right? CCR wasn't fucking talking a bunch of shit at the beginning and ends of their songs, right? So an intro and an outro to them would have been something similar to a chorus that was only used at the beginning or end. So John's thing, for all intents and purposes, is considered an outro, and Matt's would be considered an intro. And I think what's interesting about that is an intro and outro in this conversation or a bridge. Any of them, I think, are good enough that they could be used as a chorus, and they're just not used as a chorus. So yeah, it's an interesting conversation. It's gonna bring the musicians out. Mine is probably, you could probably fucking guess this a mile away. And actually with John's answer, it really has me even questioning my answer, because John's answer is so good that I'm like, is that the best fucking one of all time? I don't know. I don't know. But I will say the one that is probably better because it's got all a bone is East 1999 from
woo.
it's it's a fucking banger. They just go one after another. It's got all five of them. Sure, we got at the end, we got, the Cleveland is a city where we come from, so run East 1999. But that, it's that's an outro. We got nothing. We don't even, the intro, coincidentally, the intro is lazy bone talking.
Yeah.
But the outro is just them doing that thing, but there's nothing padding those verses. They're just going one after another. You don't even have a fucking sound effects break with some guns. I mean, we're just going one after another. And East 1999, it's a fan fucking favorite. We all love it. We love to hear it live. We love where it is in the album. Um, it's a banger. It's got to be the best one. Now, I don't want to debate is Thug Love better than East 1999 or vice versa, which is where I feel that this could fucking go. Not to discredit Battle Zone, which I also think is fantastic. These are all phenomenal answers. Uh, I, I I don't like the song Sleepwalkers, but I was gonna bring up Sleepwalkers because that's another one. And I know the fans love that one. It's just I don't love it. I'll save that for a different question of the week. But there's
I
another.
think they love the era. I think they love the era. I,
Yeah.
I, I gotta ask you guys why you didn't pick Down 71. Does that not have a chorus?
Oh,
Oh shit!
shit. Down
I don't know.
Is
71.
I thought that's what John was starting to say when he said
Oh,
it's performed live at every show, and I didn't pick it because it's too popular.
Down
But
71.
I
Look it
I
up.
didn't I
That,
didn't think of it.
is that not the crown jewel of like the Bone Thugs fan favorites?
That one is
oh,
good. The closest thing that's got is Sinclair, Sinclair at the end, another outro. So yeah, that one
whoa.
is a banger too, boy. Woo!
Yeah, they were channeling this whole time. One of my all time favorite rappers is Slick Rick, and he's kind of like maybe the godfather of like story rap or just talking story, right? And so whenever Bone has a lot, I think has more songs like this just because they're so talented than most rappers, because they have such musical range compared to the average rapper. But I didn't touch it because I wanted to see what you guys were gonna say.
Oh, that's a good one.
Down
I'll,
71.
I'll tell you this. I may like case number C601999 more than East 1999. I may actually like that song more, but I will say in terms of what's the best chorusless song, I'm going to stick with East 1999 because it's got all five of them on it. And even though I think the Down 71 lineup is like, that's everything that you could want, right? It's got the 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 three, right? It's got the trifecta, but
What
yeah,
about the OG version, though? The OG version, Down
Mhm.
71.
I
Yeah.
yeah, that one's got a chorus. I love that version too. I call that the creeping on a come up version. And I still got to go with East 1999. It's
What
got
about
all five.
did Death of Autotune? Death of Autotune, did that have a chorus?
Yeah, it's got the Jay-Z na 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 na.
Ah,
Hey, good. I don't know if the Bone version has it between every verse though. But I do know that the little chorus exists on the song.
I
I
wonder if whoever proposed that question, if they were fishing for the cipher. There was no chorus on the cipher, right? The 20-year cipher, the
No.
DJ Quick thing.
They say a few words to each other, I think, maybe in between, but no. I think that's the whole point of flexing for like 11 minutes without the need for, and that has all five, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
2
Wow,
minutes
that thing.
each.
Do y'all realize that thing's 10 years old? That was the 20-year
Yeah.
anniversary cipher.
it does feel like it
Yeah.
was a while back.
Does it feel
I,
like it was a decade ago?
yeah,
No.
for me it does. So does Death of Autotune. Like I felt like those happened around the same time. That was actually, to me, that era was when Bone was trying to like reclaim themselves as a hip hop group. They were doing a lot more hip hop type tracks. Like a cipher that's 13 minutes long, whatever it is, a Death of
Yeah.
Autotune.
Hey, I don't want to spin off in politics, but you know what it makes it feel? 10 years old. The
Mm.
fact that they were flexing that Trump Tower Trump shit in
Yeah,
that cipher, and you
yeah.
would never do that in hip hop today.
It's going down.
You see the bones, you see the bones. I'm the boss and you the apprentice. I find motherfucker like I'm Donald Trump and then go in your mouth like a dentist with
That is a no-go. So, there was all that Trump Tower shit or whatever
Hey,
in the
maybe that
Did not
cipher.
changed with
age
Death
well.
with Death Row though. Maybe that all changed with Harry O.
I,
Harry O got pardoned, so
I
Snoop's got
don't
Death Row.
know. Hey, these are all good picks, and some at the buzzer. Down 71 was great. Thug Love is fucking great. You guys listening, you got some awesome options to go out there, and maybe one of y'all is gonna come up with one that we didn't even think of. It is your time to shine in the comments below. We got to know what is the best Bone song out there that does not have a chorus. Make sure you drop it. Don't forget to share this with a friend. And like always, we will catch you on the next one.